Welcome back to Sandesh Study Circle. In part 1, we learned how the Nanda kings of Magadha became very unpopular. Today, we look at the heroes who overthrew them and built India's greatest ancient empire. Let's dive in. The mighty Mauryas. Just after Alexander the Great left India, a young man named Chandragupta Maurya started a brand new empire around 321 BCE, the Maurya Empire. Chandragupta didn't it alone. He had a brilliant teacher named Kautilya, who is also known as Chanakya. Legend says Kautilya was insulted by the cruel Nanda king and swore to destroy him. Together, Chandragupta and Kautilya overthrew the Nandas and took over Magadha. Chandragupta even defeated the Greek governors left behind by Alexander, expanding his empire all over northern India and down into the Deccan Plateau. Kautilya was a genius. He wrote a famous book called the Arthashastra, which was basically a guidebook on how to run a kingdom. Kautilya believed a kingdom had 7 main parts called the Saptanga. These including the king, the ministers, the treasury, the army, the allies, the fortified cities and the people. Kautilya taught that a king's greatest happiness should be seeing his people happy and well cared for. The king would choose peace. The most famous Mauryan king was Chandragupta's grandson, Ashoka. Ashoka started off as an ambitious warrior and expanded the empire to cover almost the entire Indian subcontinent. But then everything changed. Ashoka fought a terrible, bloody war to conquer a place called Kalinga, modern-day Odisha. Seeing the massive death and destruction broke his heart. Right there on the battlefield, Ashoka made a shocking decision for a king. He gave up violence completely. He adopted the peaceful teachings of the Buddha and starting following Dharma or Dhamma, which means doing your duty, living truthfully and being kind. He sent messengers all over the world to places like Sri Lanka and Thailand to spread peace. Ashoka also became a great communicator. He wrote his messages of peace on giant stone pillars and rocks across his empires so his people could read them. He banned cruelty to animals, built hospitals for humans and animals, and planted shade trees along the roads. Ashoka truly treated his people like his own children. Life in the Mauryan period. So, what was life actually like for a common student or citizen during the Mauryan Empire? Thanks to a Greek writer named Megasthenes who visited Chandragupta's court, we know a lot about city life. The capital city, Pataliputra, was highly advanced. The government collected taxes properly, keeping the empire rich. Most people were farmers, and because it rained in both summer and winter, they could grow crops twice a year. The kings even built large granaries to store extra grain just in case a drought happened. Ensuring nobody went hungry, cities were filled with busy blacksmiths, carpenters, and jewelers. People lived in 2-story wooden houses and wore comfortable cotton clothes. The Mauryans were also incredible artists. Ashoka built stunning stone pillars. The top part of one of these pillars, found at Saranath, features 4 majestic lions. You might recognize this it is actually Indians' national emblem today. It is also gave us our national motto Satyameva Jayate, meaning truth alone triumphs. The fragile nature of empires. Sadly, after Ashoka died, the Maurya Empire slowly broke apart into smaller independent kingdoms. This brings us to a big historical question. Why do empires fall? History tells us that empires are actually very fragile. If an empire gets too large, it is very hard for one king to control the faraway areas. Also, if a king demands too many taxes to pay for wars, the local leaders might get angry and start a rebellion. Natural disasters like massive floods or droughts could also destroy an empire's economy. Empires are a paradox. They bring peace and unite people under one system. But they are almost always built through violence and war, making them unstoppable in the long run. And that brings us to the end of our journey into ancient India and the mighty Mauryan Empire. They taught us about trade, peace, and how to govern a vast land. Thank you for tuning into Sandesh Study Cycle. Keep studying, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video. I am Sandesh, signing out.